Then it hit me that
it was something I could never change.
hey guys, welcome back for my second episode here at the Blue Sea instead of the Blue Seat, since we're on Bonaire these weeks. And today I want to share and I want to talk with you about something a little bit more vulnerable, which is insecurities. Insecurities that come up when you dance, because you know, on holiday, you always take the time to reminisce and to think about everything. And I realized that for so many years, I've let my dance and my experience and everything be determined by the insecurities that were going on in my head. And of course, myself being the biggest critic. But I also really know where it came from. Starting dancing, I always felt like I had to live up to something, because Jenna was already further ahead. And I wanted so badly to live up to that level and to train hard and to get there. And then once I finally did for myself, I finally got to the point that I was performing the show with Matanza, the salsa dance group that we were performing with. And I worked my ass off, like really worked my ass off so hard to get there. And I remember that going back off stage after we did a good show, like it went really good. I was happy, it was everything. And we walked off and I heard the organizer talk with the leader of the group, and how he was just casually saying that this show was good, and it was good, it was a nice show, but it would have been so much better in the old setup with all the ladies that looked alike. And that hurt me so bad, because it was something that I couldn't change. It was the fact that I stood out, that I was taller, was bigger than all the other ladies. I didn't live up to this perfect, like, for me, perfect, right? That's how I saw them as well, like these perfect, gorgeous, small, petite girls that were like the best dancers in my eyes, and I worked so hard to be part of that group. And then it hit me that it was something I could never change. This was me, and if that wasn't good enough, then I could train my ass off and work so hard, but I would always be the tall one standing out. I would always be a little bigger, and I would always be a little different than the rest in that group. And I know it wasn't directed at me, but it felt that way, and it hurt me so bad that I've carried that with me for so long that I let it determine a lot. And yes, I enjoyed so many moments I've experienced over these years, so many incredible things, but it was always in the back of my mind. And it's only been the last years, last months, last everything, that I've really been able to shake that off more and to focus on a lot more than just my insecurities running the show when I dance. And I'm not just talking about performing, also just social dancing, also just being in the dance, being present, because that is now my new goal, right? I have so many insecurities that come up when I dance, and I think we all do, right? Whether you're leading, whether you're following, I think we all have these insecurities come up, and I think that's good too. I mean, that's part of the process, and for me, that's also why I dance, because it's the place that I can let go and just really be. And I'm now really focusing on that happening too. So really being present in the dance. The goal not being perfect, the goal not being the best dance, the goal not being amazing or the most gorgeous one on the dance floor, but the goal just being present in every dance that I dance. And it's shifted so much for me. It shifted how I perform, it shifted how I dance my demos, which the ones that know me well, I always used to hate. Because there was even more insecurities coming up because I didn't know what was going to happen. And it shifted how I social dance as well. And I love it. It's been the shift that I was waiting for. And I think it's only now that I really let myself just be and be present that I've gotten to this point. But yes, I'm curious what's going on in your heads when you dance. Do you mind to share? I think that opening up about these topics helps us all, because if people would have opened up more about it to me while I was still growing, it would have helped me see that it didn't have to be perfect. And now I am in the backstage with all these amazing artists and all these amazing dancers. And over the years, I've met so many of them and had amazing conversations. And I realized that all of us have this, all of us. Like even the ones that I look up to with so much, like I'm like, oh, they're amazing. Even they, when I talk to them backstage, have their vulnerabilities and have their insecurities where I'm like, really? Really? That's how you feel? Like I wouldn't even think that is something you think about, because when I see you, I don't see that at all. And I think that's why it's good to open up, not to be looking for compliments, not to be looking to hear, oh, but you shouldn't feel that way because that doesn't make sense. No, but to open the conversation, because it's part of our process of becoming dancers, right? It's part of our process of becoming better every day, to compare ourselves, instead of comparing ourselves to the other ladies or to the other leaders, to compare yourself to how you were dancing yesterday or the week before or the year before. Right? Okay, so I'm going to leave you with 2 actions. First of all, I want you to think of what are the insecurities that come up when you dance, and if you dare or if you want to, you can obviously share them here in the comments or send me a DM, because I'm looking forward to hear and connect with you a little bit more on this. But the second one that I invite you to do is the first time you go dancing, whether it's tonight or this weekend or whenever, I want you to record yourself. And I'm not a big fan of recording every dance, but just take one to record yourself and save it with the date. And then a year from now, you're going to do it again. And a year from now, you're going to do it again. Because that's the only way that you really, really see your progress and get to see the amazing dancer that you're growing to be. Because sometimes we get so stuck in here instead of seeing the progress, right? So I invite you to do that, and invite you maybe to share it and then tag me in it, because I'm looking forward to seeing all your progress as well. And thank you for listening to me sharing my insecurities and vulnerabilities with you. And I hope it inspires you to do the same.